Hey, I'm back looking creepy as hell. I look like one of those undead, the bodies in the marshes, the dead marshes from Lord of the Rings. I look like one of those bodies in the marshes, you know, that lured Frodo in, and it was all gross and everything. It's just, bleh. Sorry, the lighting is spooky because it's dark. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm leaving the parade in Lexington. Let me tell you, I was impressed. That parade, okay, according to Google, it was going to be from 6 to 8 p.m. I said, there's no damn way it's 2 hours long. There's just no way. Lexington is a town of 20,000 people. I said, no, you're not going to have a 2-hour parade. Are you for real? Like, how long is the Macy's parade? I don't even know. I don't think I've ever watched the entire thing. I'll have it on in the background, but I'm not really watching it. You know, I don't know. Is it 2 hours? I don't know. I have 21 miles to go before the GPS lady is going to say anything to me. So I thought I would just give you my initial impression of the parade. I did get some video of it. I think I'm just going to put it on this channel. You know, there may be some copyright issues because people were playing music, you know, the floats and everything. They were playing Christmas music. I'm not going to try to cut it all out. I may just put it on there and just not monetize it. I don't know if you can do that, though. If there's a copyright ding, it may not matter whether it's monetized or not. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to do a test. I'll just upload the raw video. I'm not going to do it today. I'm not going to be able to get to it today, but maybe tomorrow or Wednesday or something. But I'll get it up here. It was an impressive little parade. I really enjoyed it. Now, this was a Christmas parade. This was not a holiday parade. They're very adamant. This is a Christmas parade. A lot of them anymore don't call it, they're not called a Christmas parade. It's a holiday parade. This is a Christmas parade. Lots and lots of Christmas stuff and music, and there's a lot of flashing lights. So I'm going to put a pinned comment about the fact there are a lot of loud noises, flashing lights, because you have like loud horns, you have sirens. You know, parades can be loud. Some of them are loud, some of them aren't. Some years you go to a Christmas parade and it's like quiet. What is going on up here? The road is doing something stupid. What? They've got some construction or something squicky going on up here. Oh, we're down to one lane. Delightful. We have barrels. I hope this lane stays open, because if not, I got nowhere to go. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was very cold, though. My hands, I didn't even make a video of the entire thing. Some parts of it I cut out. There were gaps in the parade, like you'd have to wait a minute or two for the next thing to come along. I don't know what the hell kind of shit. I don't like it when I have to come through construction at night. I'm not looking at you at all, so don't worry. I am totally fine. It's just I've got barrels and concrete barriers. Yeah, we're all a little confused. Everybody behind me is like, are we still on the right road? Or it's kind of hard to see at night, like where you're supposed to go. They're doing construction right here, I guess. And so the road is kind of, there's a traffic shift or a traffic pattern change or whatever the hell it's called. I feel like I'm in a video game right now. I don't know why the GPS...
Take the next right onto Colclear Road, then turn left onto I-85 Business Loop North.
The GPS lady, you need to shut the hell up, because I don't even know what's going on right now. I literally cannot turn. I have
In 800 feet, sharp right onto I-85 Business Loop South.
Shut up.
Sharp right onto I-85 Business Loop South, then turn right onto Colclear Road.
Sweetheart, I can't go anywhere. I got concrete barriers on either side of my car. Just trust me. I know what I'm doing. The GPS lady has no faith in me at all. See, look, we're right back on track. See what I did? I got us through the construction. Now we're back where we're supposed to be. You have no faith in me. I don't like that. I mean, yeah, sometimes I end up taking us the wrong way completely, but not today. Well, as far as I know. But it's dark, and we're outside of the city, so it's like actually dark. You know, in town, when I'm in Greensboro, it's never really dark. You have so much light pollution that it never really gets dark at night. So you get outside of town, and it's like, I forgot how dark it gets out in the country. It's so dark. There's still a little bit of a haze of light, but because I grew up in a very rural area, like way, way out. Lexington, its town of 20,000 people is way bigger than the town I grew up in. And hell, I didn't even grow up in the town. I grew up 4 miles outside of the city limits. A town of like 3,000 people. You know how they put the Bible on the head of a pin or a grain of rice? Yeah, the town I grew up in was about that size. And it gets very dark. It's nice though when there are meteor showers because you can really see them. They're very vivid out there. You go out in the countryside, out away from everything, and it's very dark. Very, very dark, and you can see really well. And the sky is just so beautiful. You forget how many stars there are up there. It's just amazing. And I grew up like that, but it's still, I've been away from it for so long that you just forget, I had to tell you, oh my God, I got into Lexington at the perfect time. They were just about to close the streets off for the parade. I got there about 5:30, and it looked like there were people who had been there for hours. And that's one thing about small town parades. People in small towns know how to go to a parade. It's a whole thing. It's a whole procedure. It's a whole ritual. They have their special chairs. Hell, they even have these folding chairs that are like gliding rockers. Fancy ass chairs. I don't know where they get these chairs, but they're like gliders. They're not rocking. Well, some of them are like rocking chairs. Some of them are like gliders. And they have their little portable generator out there. They've got space heaters going. They're cooking food. They got a little grill. They're making hot dogs. It's like tailgating. They have a whole little village set up out there. There'll be a whole family. You'll have 20 damn family members gathered around like an impromptu family reunion to see the parade. They'll take up a city block, just all of them, and their kids run it everywhere. So, but it's a lot of fun, but I realized I got there late. Like, shit, I'm not ready for this. I am not prepared. I'm never prepared for a parade. I never remember that when it comes to a small town parade, you have to get there about 2 hours before it starts, which I'm not really interested in doing because it's cold as shit outside, and I don't want to be standing around out there for 2 hours and then an hour and a half for the parade. I am not interested in losing my extremities or getting frostbite. Screw that. But people get there, Lord, and they'll pick a spot along the street, and they'll position their car or their truck so it's kind of backed in, and they have like the tailgate down, and they got all their food on it, and blankets and pillows, and they've got their hot chocolate and thermoses. Like, they're just all ready for this thing, and I feel woefully unprepared. When my kids were little, I would take them, but we never prepared anything. I didn't even ever think to bring chairs. One time I got there early for a parade in Greensboro for the Christmas parade. They were little bitty. Let's see, actually, it was before my younger son was even born, I think. And I had my older son with me, and we got there early. We got a good spot. And literally 2 minutes before the parade started, this whole family came in and stood right smack dab in front of us where we couldn't see shit. Fortunate, I was mad as hell. If that happened now, I would speak up and say, nuh-uh, no, we've been here for a damn hour. You are not getting in front of us. You're standing in the street as it is. You can find somewhere else to go. You just got here. Piss off. You're not getting in front of me and my son. Go somewhere else or get behind us or whatever. They just came and got right in front of us. But I didn't have the nerve to say anything. Fortunately, at that time, I was working in a building downtown, and I had the pass, one of the little cards. The building was locked, but I had a pass card, and I said, you know what, I got a better idea anyway, because it was really cold outside, and my son, he was, poor little thing, he was freezing to death. I had him all bundled up, but his little nose was red, and he was cold, and the parade hadn't even started yet. And so we got there early for nothing. And so I said, hey, come with me. So we went up the street to the building where I worked, and I got us inside, and it was nice and warm in there. And actually, from the lobby of the building, we had a fantastic view of the parade. I said, we should have just come in here to start with. It's nice and warm. The security guard gave us some hot chocolate. Oh, it was the best parade experience after that. Yeah, we were nice and toasty. Everybody's out there freezing. We're inside like, yeah, bitches, we got us hot chocolate and we're not cold. And we have a great view because it was slightly elevated a little bit so we could see over everybody. That was probably my favorite parade experience. And it was nice and quiet in there. It was wonderful. That was many years ago. I think I was actually pregnant with my younger son at that parade. Anyway, but yeah, people come super duper prepared for these parades like you would not believe. And it'll be just a whole family of people. It'll be 10, 15 family members will meet up and just all, group up in one area to watch the parade. I'd say there were easily a couple of thousand people there to see the parade. I didn't show you all of it. They were lining the streets way, way, way far back from where I showed that. There's a little clip I'm going to show at the beginning of the parade. You don't see all the people. I bet there were at least 2,000 people there to watch the parade. And it's probably just about as many people in the parade. I didn't get a video of all the flatbeds that went by with bunches of people on them. There was bunches and bunches of people in this parade. And it did go on for an hour and a half. It was nonstop for an hour and a half. They started at 6 p.m. on the dot, and it went till about 7:35. It was nuts. It was nuts. So it was a lot of fun. They threw out candy. I got some candy. I got some Tootsie Rolls. I got some little Tootsie Rolls. I ate them on the way back to the car. But my hands were getting so cold. I didn't have any gloves on. And you know how when your hands get really cold, they get stiff, Oh, my hands were getting so stiff. I said, I gotta go. So, but yeah, then Santa, at the end of the parade, Santa comes along, usually on a fire truck, and he's waving. And when you see Santa, that's the end of the parade. I think they're pretty much all like that. And so it was a nice parade. I was very impressed. It was really something. So in a small town parade, you see a lot of people on the floats waving to people in the crowd like, hey, Donnie, hey, Chuck, like they know people in the crowd. And they'll come up and shake their hand, or they'll get out and give them a hug, or how you doing? How's your mom and them? They'll just talk. Because everybody knows everybody in a place like, well, not literally, but, a lot of people know each other here. And, you just you can see that in some of the video, people waving to people in the crowd, Yeah, I always found that kind of charming in a world where things are so impersonal anymore, and like everything is just, we're so much more connected on the internet, but I don't think as a species, the human being has ever been as alone as it is now. I mean, we are so isolated. We're connected on the internet, but not in any meaningful way. I think there are a lot of lonely people out there. There really are. But it kind of warms my heart to go somewhere like a little town like this and watch their parade and just see how people interact. Like, you'll have people walking by, oh, hey, how you doing? And they'll stop and talk. And I don't know, it just makes me happy. Makes me feel good to see just human beings just connecting like that. And it's just, I don't know, it just makes me happy. Living in Greensboro, you don't see that very often. You see it a little bit, but not much. Hell, I tell you what's funny. I have 5 high school classmates who live right in Greensboro. You know how many times I've ever run into them anywhere? 0. I've never seen any of them anywhere. Never. We were talking about that at our last reunion. Like, do you still live in Greensboro? Yeah, do you? Yeah. I never see you. Well, I'm all over the place. Well, I never see you. It's nuts. I've never seen any of them. I've lived here off and on since 1996. I've never seen a single one of them. It's crazy. So, but it's kind of nice because you can be anonymous. You don't have people talking about you all the time. And that's one thing I don't like about a small town is all the damn gossip. People just can't shut up. If you don't know what you're doing in a small town, don't worry. Everybody else knows. I do not miss. That's the one thing about living in a small town I do not miss. That and the fact that you got to drive so far to go do anything. I can't stand that. I mean, shit, living in Greensboro, I can get in my car and in 20 minutes or less, I could go do damn near anything. I mean, you could go wherever. You have a wide variety of places to go eat. You got a wide variety of things to go do, go see. I mean, It's good enough for me. I mean, maybe it's not enough for some people, but it's good enough for me. I like it. But the parade was great. I enjoyed it. And I did make a video of the highlights of it. They had a whole line of little Volkswagen Beetles. I got a video of that. It was very cute. All the little Beetles and dune buggies. And there was a square back in there. You don't see those too much anymore. A lot of cute stuff in the parade. I think you're going to like it. I don't really know what I'm going to do about the copyrighted music. Whenever a float came along that had copyrighted music playing, I would stop recording until it was gone. Because I'm like, I think there's already enough in this video that's going to cause a problem. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I'll get it up as soon as I can, but it won't be today. I have to go home now and edit my gift wrapping video, and I will upload the video I made on the way down here to Lexington and this one too. But it was fun. I'm glad I came because I didn't go to a parade last year. And I'm trying to think. I don't know that I went to one the year before that either. Well, let's see. In 2020, I don't think there were any. I'm trying to remember. I think most Christmas parades were canceled that year. I don't think there really were any in 2020. There were last year, but I don't know. I kind of forgot about them. And most of them are kind of early. And I guess I just wasn't even thinking about it at that point. And then by the time I thought about it, they were all over. Like this one here is one of the last ones. There were a bunch of parades yesterday. There were parades everywhere around here, but I had to go to the memorial service for my dad's cousin, so I couldn't go to any of those. I really wanted to go to the one in Star, but I don't think they did a parade this year. I looked around everywhere online to try to find out when their parade was going to be, and I couldn't find any information on it at all. They do a good parade. Oh, you're going to love it. One of my favorite things to watch at a small town parade like that is all the little kids and the different floats and things that will go by. The parade people will throw out candy to the kids, and you'll see the kids just scrambling, and they'll have like a pillowcase or a plastic bag or something, and they're scrambling to get all that candy. It is so cute. And you got, mom and daddy trying to keep them out of the road, and you got to watch them because they'll go out in the road. You got to drag them back. I remember doing that with my kids. Oh, my kids loved all the candy. Loved the candy, and you have to watch them to keep them. Now you tell them, now don't go too far out. Now don't go out in the path of anything coming. Now you can go out a little bit and grab some candy, but don't go too far. And they knew not to do that, but you still have to keep an eye on them. You drag them back, grab them by the back of the shirt, and drag them back, snatch them out of the road like a wild animal. Yeah, that was so much fun. I love taking my kids to parades. And the small town parades, in my opinion, are the best. The big city parades are fine, but I don't know, the small town ones to me just have a more kind of a homey, comforting feel to it. There's just something about it. The floats and everything are simpler, and everything is just kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of comfortable. It's kind of cool. And there's a lot more candy. I think you get a lot more candy at the smaller parades. Because, man, they're throwing it out by the handful. You could come out of there with 2 pounds of candy with no problem. I mean, they are just shoveling it at you. And my kids loved it. They get more candy at these parades than they get going trick-or-treating. It was nuts. But, yes, it was a lot of fun. I'm slowly warming up. I have my heated steering wheel on, my heated seat. I got the heat on. I'm just gripping the steering wheel. It feels really good. Oh, I love a heated steering wheel. Woo, I love it in the wintertime. Come out here and warm my car up, turn the heat on the steering wheel. Oh, man, it feels so good. I hate to be cold. I hate being cold. But anyway, I better hop off of here because she's going to start talking again. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Monday again. And I will get that parade video to you as soon as possible. And I am going to put it on this channel. Share it with y'all. It's really sweet, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.